Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to have you here today. Today's presentation is titled Shaytaan, and it's brought to you by Continuous Learning Development. We're going to explore some important insights about Shaytaan, his role, and how we can better understand and navigate his influence. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover key aspects that will help deepen your understanding. So let's get started. Indeed, he sees you, he and his tribe, from where you do not see them. This reminds us that there are unseen forces at play, watching us even when we're unaware. Indeed, we have made the devil's allies to those who do not believe. This highlights how, when people turn away from faith, they may unknowingly align themselves with harmful influences. These verses emphasize the importance of awareness and vigilance in our spiritual journey, connecting to the broader theme of understanding unseen realities and the consequences of disbelief. Let's talk about Satan's promises and how he presents himself as an enemy to us. Throughout history and across cultures, Satan is often depicted as the ultimate adversary, constantly trying to lead us astray. Understanding his methods is crucial because it helps us identify and protect ourselves from his influence. One of his primary tools is whispering. He plants doubts, fears, and negative thoughts in our minds subtly, almost like a faint voice trying to sway us away from good. Then there's magic, which some believe can be used to manipulate or harm others through supernatural means. The evil eye, or hased, is another concept. It's the idea that envy or jealousy can cause harm, and it's often linked to spiritual protection. Possession is a more intense form of influence, where Satan or other evil spirits are believed to take control of a person's body or mind, leading to significant spiritual and psychological struggle. Bad dreams are also considered a method Satan uses to disturb us, to invoke fear or doubt, especially during vulnerable moments like sleep. Recognizing these methods is vital because they remind us to stay vigilant and seek protection through faith and awareness. Ultimately, understanding how Satan operates helps us strengthen our spiritual defenses and stay aligned with our faith's teachings. Today, I want to talk about how certain influences tempt humans to engage in evil deeds. These influences make evil seem appealing and even pleasurable, which can be quite dangerous. The main goal behind these temptations is to lead us away from righteousness and ultimately towards hellfire. This is a very serious matter because it's achieved by encouraging disbelief and sin. When we fall into disbelief or commit sins, we move further from the path of righteousness. Recognizing these tactics is crucial in our spiritual journey, as it helps us stay vigilant and committed to our faith. Remember, staying aware of these temptations allows us to resist and remain steadfast on the right path. In this slide, we see a quote from the Quran, specifically from Surah Al-Araf, verses 16 and 17. It captures Satan's declaration after being cast out. He admits that because of his own error, he has been misguided, and now he's making a sinister promise. Satan says he will wait for mankind on their straight path, which represents the righteous way God has set for us. He then details his plan. He will come to them from all directions, before them, behind them, on their right, and on their left. Essentially, he's saying he will attack from every angle to lead people astray. And he concludes with a rather grim observation that most people will not be grateful to God, meaning they won't recognize his guidance or thank him for it. This passage highlights the seriousness of Satan's intentions. Despite being cast out, he is not giving up. Instead, he's actively plotting to mislead us. It reminds us of the importance of staying vigilant and committed to the straight path, knowing that Satan's whispers and tricks are always around. This fits into our overall theme of awareness and resilience in our spiritual journey. Shaytaan plays the blame game. I will sit and wait for them on your straight path. Alert and waiting in particular for those on the straight path. Promises to come from the front, back, right, and left, never feeling safe anywhere. Every direction is a potential threat. It's a constant battle we face. So, be alert of your enemy at all times. Remember, staying vigilant is key to protecting yourself. Copyright 2024 by Continuous Learning Development. Indeed, Satan is an enemy to you, so take him as an enemy. What does this mean for us in our daily lives? It's a clear warning to recognize that Satan is actively working against us, trying to lead us astray. He's not just an abstract force, but an enemy who seeks to deceive and manipulate. The key point here is to be vigilant and mindful of his tactics. We are encouraged to treat him as an enemy, which means we should be cautious, defensive, and aware of his whispers and tricks. Furthermore, this verse highlights that Satan only invites his followers to join him in the blaze, a reference to the punishment and suffering in the hereafter. His goal is to lure us into actions that distance us from righteousness and ultimately lead us to that fiery punishment. Connecting this to the overall theme, it's about awareness and steadfastness in our faith. Recognizing Satan's enmity helps us stay alert and committed to our spiritual goals, resisting his temptations, and seeking Allah's guidance to remain on the right path. Now let's talk about why Allah SWT has instructed us to regard Shaytaan as an enemy. It's very simple but very important. You do not befriend your enemies. When someone is against you, you wouldn't trust them or take their words at face value, right? The same applies here. Shaytaan is working against us, so we should be cautious. You do not listen to anything they tell you to do. Instead, you remain alert and on guard because Shaytaan can cause harm in many ways. Every suggestion or whisper they make is not beneficial for us. In fact, it's often the opposite. That's why Allah SWT emphasizes that we must always stay vigilant and not fall into their traps. Recognizing Shaytaan as an enemy helps us stay mindful of his tricks and stay committed to our faith and righteousness. Remember, this overall theme is about safeguarding ourselves from harm and staying close to Allah's guidance. Satan uses many methods to lead humans astray, and one of his key strategies is to make sinning and evil seem attractive and appealing. He wants us to see wrong as tempting, almost like a reward, so we're more inclined to give in. It's important to realize that he doesn't use a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, he modifies his tactics based on the weaknesses of the individual he's targeting. For some, he might go to extremes, pushing boundaries further and further to make sin seem normal or inevitable. For others, he attacks human weaknesses directly, exploiting areas where we're most vulnerable. Sometimes, he takes a more gradual approach, kind of sneaking in little temptations over time, so that we might not even notice how far we've strayed. A common tactic Satan uses is forgetfulness, the way he tries to make us forget God's promises, his instructions, and the importance of staying faithful. Recognizing these strategies is crucial because it helps us stay alert and resistant to his schemes. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how understanding Satan's methods can empower us to stand firm in our faith.